Today is a good day to be a dinosaur. It's a good day to be alive, always. Oh, celebrating kid, running around excited. Run in to grab some chicken, grab some milk real quick, and run back in to watch videos of other kids. Now it's a perfect subject matter. He's watching this kid that does reviews on like Spy Kid toys and stuff, little spy, gadgets. My kid's really into gadgets. He's into machines. He likes creating, inventing, building things, and I push that in him as much as possible. I believe we're all inventors, and when we choose to embrace it young, it makes life more fun when we can just, grab a few wires and some stuff and maybe build something. I can make art out of just about anything, but I don't know. It's creativity is just such an important part of my life, and I feel so sorry for people that don't have that creative knack. And I firmly believe that everyone has equal ability to start out. I don't believe in I do believe there are probably a few prodigies, that are obviously excel beyond the average for one reason or another. Perhaps their brains are wired a certain way when they're born. But the general group of, let's say musicians, artists, most people did start when they were young, but some started when they were much older. And what I think the trick is, it all comes down to that word, neuroplasticity. It's like one of my favorite things to fall back on whenever I'm contemplating these ideas about who we are. Because scientists have found recently, basically, neuroplasticity is the ability for the neurons in your brain to wire and fire, as they say, in ways that are conducive to the way that you live. So if you're a musician, your brain is going to fire in areas that are more inclined to help you with your music. And, if you're a philosopher, it's going to incline you to that. Anyway, I think that when a person's young and they learn and they get, props on the art that they do, props on the things that they do, the things that they build, the things that they create, it builds a stronger individual. And I can say that it's the one thing that I've had in my life that probably has pressed me harder to want to be better, is just be. For my teachers were always like, they'd pull me aside and say, look, you're really smart, you're acing all the tests, won't you do your homework? That was a recurring theme all the way through school. I mean, I think my freshman year I had like a 1.5 GPA, and but I did ace all the tests, and maybe not ace them, but at least B's, and the knowledge was there that I just didn't have the desire to do certain things because I was more artistically inclined. I learned in different ways, but I was always told that I did a good job, and that made me want to try harder. And not just at that, but my senior year in high school, I was fortunate enough to get into a school that kind of was backed up. You actually had to write a paper there of why you wanted to go. It's called MLC, Metropolitan Learning Center, down in Portland, and it's kind of like an alternative art school, kindergarten through 12. And it was a wonderful senior year, I'll say that. I got to really use my artistic talents and skills and create and be who I was. So having those skills, having those abilities, having the desire to do art, to create, to be a creator, is part of what being human is all about. I guess that's why I like working with so many materials. This is why I want to work with metals. Timeless. But everything falls apart in the end. Doesn't matter what you create, it will always meet its doom. And as long as we're aware of that, then we can build cool things in our lives and realize. That's why the mandalas in Buddhism are so awesome. They just erase them when they're done. And, it's a symbol of impermanence, You just spend weeks building things and then destroy it. It's what we're doing as a society, only it's as a society we do it as you know, as a society. We're building a society that will be torn down like a mandala one day and start over again, because nothing is permanent. We can't, you can't ever keep on that same path. But anyway, got off track there. But art is a phenomenal way to reach people and to be reached and to feel part of something. Don't let anybody tell you what art is or isn't. It's whatever you want it to be. Anyway, have a great evening, everybody, and everybody take care.